and welcome into our first edition of Fresh Faces. This is a show we're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks, highlighting the new freshmen on both the Siena men's and women's basketball teams. Our first guest today on part one is Evan Hymes, a 5'9" point guard out of Kestrel Heights Charter School in Durham, North Carolina. And Evan, welcome to Siena.
Yes, sir. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you here. And you come to Siena from North Carolina, but you actually have some ties to the area. Tell us about that.
Well, growing up, I was maybe 8 or so. My dad moved up here from Durham, North Carolina for a job, worked for Nationwide, and I grew up here in Clifton Park, probably about 10 minutes or so down the road. It was okay growing up.
Now, you signed late with Siena. You had some schools even from North Carolina closer to home you were looking at. What made you decide to come back to the Capital Region?
Well, when I visit, the team, the coaches, they all embraced me as if I was family. The school, they showed me around the business and the majors and stuff like that. And I wanted to major in business, so that's what I did.
I know the Times Union Center was a big selling point for you. Obviously, recruits, you go there, you see a big arena, you see your name up in lights. What was that like, and what are you most looking forward to about playing in Albany?
The crowd, I heard big fan base. Everybody comes out and supports Siena. And just playing in that type of atmosphere, it's sort of different than the High Point Gym, Davidson Gym. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger, holds more people, so it should be fun.
Now, you're listed at 5'9", but I had a chance to see some of your highlights. And by the way, if you haven't seen them yet, go to Google or YouTube and type in Evan Hymes highlights. And the first one from, I think, your 2010 summer highlights is the greatest one, where you're showing tremendous elevation and dunking. First of all, how do you dunk at 5'9", and tell us a little bit about your dunking?
Well, I worked out probably every day over the summer with my legs and stuff, and just worked at it every day. Went in the gym with my trainer, and just worked at it.
I know the fans are going to want to see some dunks. When you get in transition in the open court, can we expect to see you elevate this year?
Yes, sir. 2 hands, 1 hand. You will see that.
Great.
Yes, sir.
You're watching part one of the 2-week summer series called Fresh Faces as we introduce you to the new freshmen from both the Siena men's and women's basketball teams. Make sure to check back daily to SienaSaints.com for fresh video content and interviews with Siena's freshmen. Joined by Evan Hymes here from the men's team, and you come in as a point guard. Obviously, Rakeem Brookins came as a freshman last year, really took that position by storm. Now you're going to be challenging him as well. Talk a little bit about what you know about Rock and your relationship with him.
Well, Coach B, he told me we sort of play alike, we both fast. I'm just going to come in, work hard, learn from him, and if we're on the court together, probably see me get it out, kick it out to him, and we'll run it fast break, pressure defense, get it out.
Now tell us a little bit about your game. Obviously, there's different types of point guards, but what do you really take pride in on your game in the offensive and defensive ends?
On the defensive end, communication. Actually, on defense and offensive end, communication. Make sure on offense everybody needs to be where they want to be. Defense, communicate with my teammates, call out the screens, help side, make sure everybody's where they need to be. Just lead the team.
Now, obviously, basketball is a big part of your life, but what other hobbies or interests do you have outside of the game of basketball?
Going to the movies, hanging out with friends, just having fun.
Going to the movies, you have a favorite movie?
Honestly, some people say it's sort of corny, but the Titanic is my favorite.
Really?
Yep.
Are you one of those people who went like 100 times when it first came out?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
When it comes on now, I watch it about every day.
How about favorite food?
Chicken, fried chicken.
Now, last thing I got to ask you, you're from Durham, Tobacco Road, a lot of great college basketball there. Who's your team, Duke or Carolina?
Siena. Can I get that choice? Siena?
Wow, that is a great choice. Forget Duke or Carolina, it's Siena. It's a great way to end. And Evan, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes,
we look
sir.
forward to seeing you play for the next 4 years.
Thank
It's going to wrap up part one of Fresh Faces today. Our thanks to Evan Hymes, freshman from the Siena men's basketball team, for joining us. Again, remember to join us. Each of the next 2 weeks, we'll profile a different freshman, alternating between the Siena men's and women's basketball teams. Tomorrow, we'll have Teresa Cole's local product from the women's team. Check back daily to SienaSaints.com, the official Siena Saints Facebook page, YouTube, and more for updates on all of Siena's new basketball freshmen.